It is almost ready to burst out. Last night, Bitcoin attempted to break out, but market makers once again kept it back. The market makers pulled us down once more when XRP attempted a breakout, but they weren't prepared. The markets are about to blow up, but they aren't prepared for it yet. The overall market capitalization of cryptocurrencies is beginning to rise. Around 3.2 and 3.3, we were having a good time. We were at 3.5 just a few weeks ago, 3.75 and 4 trillion are next. After that, the fun begins. Do you recall Bitcoin? 100K is an extremely difficult obstacle to overcome. After that, everyone is looking at 108, which is a new all-time high, and then 125 appears in the blink of an eye. The first range that XRP broke out of is between 230 and 250. Before we have that huge push-up into the $3 region, we can make another run at 272 once that drops. Right now, Bitcoin is trading at $99,082, up 1.41% over the previous day. With its current price of $3,645, Ethereum is up around 1%. XRP is trading at $2.40, up over 2%. Overnight, both USDT and USDC dropped to 99 cents, indicating that they have lost their dollar pegs. For those who are curious, here is the XRP chart. This is the November breakout trend. As you can see, XRP entered a bullish breakout at the beginning of November, and we then began the consolidation phase. One huge chop zone is where we are. The chop's bottom is around $2. As you may expect, 272 is at the top of the chart. Here, we are simply bouncing back and forth like a ping-pong ball. We're searching for that breakthrough. What time will it arrive? Q1, when is the question? Are we going to witness a pump before Gensler emerges and Trump takes office? Or will the pump be shown to us later? The question is that. The difficult question is that. I am speculating. Before Trump intervenes and Gensler leaves, we will witness the pump. Is it the case that we eventually transcend these ranges? Will they let Bitcoin operate at last? Keep in mind that Bitcoin will rise first, followed by the adults. Guess what is the hash rate of Bitcoin? It recently reached an all-time high. Fascinating, huh? What do you suppose is happening here? What do you suppose they're preparing for? Why does the hash rate keep going up here, in your opinion? Bitcoin is on the verge of exploding. Many people are giving up on this bull run. I don't understand. I simply don't understand. Many claim that the peak occurred during that period in December. I fail to see it. Nowhere do I see a top. So far, I have not witnessed a single parabolic blow-off top. As of now, I have also not observed a 90% deep-down retracement on any asset. The news that cryptocurrencies and other assets are reaching new all-time highs is something we hear about every day. Thus, we only did it yesterday. Since XRP has consistently been the altcoin and cryptocurrency that ran last, its peak in 2017 or 2020 is typically a fairly reliable indicator of when the top for the crypto markets is in. SUI wouldn't have reached a new all-time high yesterday if that were the case and the top was in. These additional assets would no longer have double-digit pumping. For the enormous bull run that we are going to undergo and experience, everything is aligning and getting ready. Keep in mind that there are two parts to this bull run. Two sections. This year's first quarter, that correction, and the second move, the parabolic blow-off tops, come first. Later in the year, there will be a move that many of you won't be present for. This was published by Crypto Minute. Is a larger rally about to begin? According to the report, Bitcoin began a new comeback above the $97,500 mark. The price is above the 100-hour simple moving average and $97,800. On the hourly chart, a connecting positive trend line is building with support at $97,800. Given that Bitcoin is hovering around $100,000, the pair may begin to rise above the $97,500 support zone, where we are currently. Bitcoin will blow up any moment now. The next major obstacle is $102,500. We close at more than $102,500. Our goal is to raise $105,000. $105,000 is lost. At $108,000, we aim for the new all-time high. When that is broken, and it can't just be a wicket above, we will see $115,000 to $125,000 very quickly after a full body closure above the $108,000 range. $150,000 and $175,000 will hit before you realize it. The next thing you know, every coin will begin to rise and continue to do so. I am available for it. I'm prepared for this. Folks, I've been here since 2017. The XRP man had a really nice thread. I enjoy it. We'll talk about it. He advises waiting for these 7 events before selling your XRP. So yes, only one of them has fallen. At that point, Ripple stablecoin, or Rust, was finished and released. Trump becoming in office. That is, like, 14 days from now. Gary will be leaving in 15 days, and Paul Atkins will take over. The lawsuit for Ripple is nearing a finish. That, in my opinion, will occur later on in Q1. The alt season begins. That will happen sometime in the summer. Ripple cites the approval of the XRP ETF and a relationship with a major bank. The 2 largest ones on here, in my opinion. The case between the SEC and Ripple is formally concluded. We can put that out of our minds. The ETFs come next. Institutions will start investing in ETFs. There will be a significant influx of institutional capital into XRP. The price of XRP rises as more money enters the market. That's how easy it is. That is how any asset operates. The price of your asset will increase as more money comes into it. This year, everything is falling apart. For us XRP holders, this is the year we have been anticipating. We all deserve what is going to occur and what the price of XRP will eventually reach. Next, we have this video. Please pardon me. It claims that before rate cuts, the stock market reached all-time highs, signaling the impending storm. Anticipate a significant correction when Trump returns. Overpriced markets will not last. Money will pour into commodities and blockchain technology like XRP, and central banks will lose control. To top it all off, the possibility that Bitcoin will not be subject to capital gains tax means that a lot of money will move from the stock market into cryptocurrencies. Especially during this bull run, a lot of money will move from equities to cryptocurrency, which will lead to a major fall in the stock market and inflated markets. In particular, they are aware that the big money is aware that ETFs are on the horizon and that institutional money will enter when they do. Therefore, you can avoid paying the 20%, 25%, or 30% tax on gains if you invest anywhere between 3% and 10% of your money in crypto and withdraw from stocks and traditional markets. Pay attention. This time, even if they intend to lower rates, they have already begun. Typically, the data points appear when the stock market peaks. Everything we like to discuss, such as manufacturing output, unemployment, and all those indicators the Fed likes to look at, will abruptly stop working. It's after the market breaks, not before. It happens at that point. At that point, all central banks, not just ours, will simultaneously enter a panic. Their cooperation will lead to monetary expansion not only here but also globally, as well as desperation and actions by central banks to support the assets they believe are worth supporting, such as the stock market. The monetary metals will be the main beneficiaries of that. And, particularly in the upcoming year, that's the place to be. At MF, we have also been waiting. Particularly in the upcoming year, that is the place to be. Brad Garlinghouse then declares that the Trump bull market is real and that 2025 has arrived. Since Gensler's SEC essentially shut down business prospects in the United States for years, this is even more personal for Ripple. In contrast to the prior 4 years, when the great majority of hires were made outside of the United States, he says today that 75% of Ripple's open rules are now headquartered in the United States. This is among the most optimistic statements I have seen from Ripple this year, Brad added. Since the election, we have signed more U.S. business in the last 6 weeks of 2024 than we have in the preceding 6 months. With Scott Bennett, David Sachs, Paul Atkins, who ought to be Gensler's successor at the SEC, and others leading the charge, Team Trump is already accelerating innovation and job creation in the United States. Furthermore, they haven't even taken office yet. Whatever you think of it, the Trump effect is already reviving the interest in cryptocurrency through his campaign and the administration's first goals. People, in the last 6 weeks, Ripple has added more American businesses to its workforce. Since the major players, banks, institutions, financial institutions, and money transmitters are now contacting Ripple because they've heard the news, the fact that they did so from Thanksgiving till the end of the year is a really positive indication. This is fantastic. Trump is taking over. He supports cryptocurrency. We're interested in knowing more about your technology. Or they're returning to him and asking, hey, do you recall our conversation from 2 or 3 years ago? Since the road will be built and Trump has given us the go-ahead, we are prepared to collaborate with you. He has stated that he wants to place the United States at the forefront of the cryptocurrency race and that cryptocurrency is here to stay. These statements are incredible,